A lot of you may remember this phone right here, the Samsung Galaxy S8. A lot of time has been spent with this phone. 2 years to be exact. I got this on October 13th, 2017. It's been a very good phone for all of those years, and it still is a very great phone, except for the constant shutdowns. Now, I get not all of you may have this problem, but I specifically have had this problem where it shut off every few seconds. So no matter what I did, it'll just shut itself off because it overheated. I did a hard reset on it, uninstalled all my apps, reinstalled everything, and it still does it. So something is definitely wrong with the hardware in this. I can't think of anything else. If you guys can, definitely let me know. But anyways, let's just do the unboxing, okay? So this is pretty much going to be a re-unboxing of the Galaxy S8. This thing had a really cool unboxing experience. As you can see on the bottom here, it has all the information. So, you're just gonna pull the top off, and then it gets hollow on here, so there's an outer edge. Put that to the side. And this right here is like the main box itself. It says Samsung on there. As you can see, it's kind of just a plain box. Really where the magic is, when you take the phone out. Look at how this opens. Something very satisfying about that unboxing experience. Once you do open it, you get the phone right here in all of its glory. And I do have all my apps on here and stuff. I mean, I've had it for 2 years. I mean, why wouldn't I have all my apps on here? So you still there, and there you go. Here is my Samsung Galaxy S8. Very good phone. I got it in the midnight black color, as you can see here. Midnight black. Very cool color indeed. Now, also something that's annoying is the fingerprint scanner location. Although, I'm not gonna be another one of those people, I'm sure you heard of that 1,000 times by now, but I did get used to it, okay? I did manage to get used to the fingerprint scanner location. Now I can just hit it with no issues at all, and yeah, it turns on. So, other than that though, it's a really good phone, okay? It has one UI. There is only 4 gigabytes of RAM, which now in 2019 is pretty outdated. We've gotten phones with like 12 gigabytes of RAM now and stuff. This is running One UI version 1.0 and Android version 9 Pie. And it doesn't seem like it's going to be getting any more updates. This is going to be the very end. But anyways, besides that, the ports on it, we've got a headphone jack, we have the USB Type-C port, and the speaker, which is honestly quite mediocre. But yeah, it's a very good phone. You have the pressure-sensitive home button, just like you'll see on the S9. And again, everything opens nice and responsibly. YouTube just goes, mail just opens, even Twitter. Open Twitter and it'll just open. But every time I plug it in or do anything, it'll just shut off. I had no clue why. I haven't found a fix yet. Nobody has this issue. I mean, it shuts off. People know about the issue of it shutting off, but mine just shuts off. Like, when it's charging, it'll just shut off. No warning at all. Anyways, though, when you do open the box, you're greeted by a T-Mobile card if you are on T-Mobile. Plus, you have this thing. I don't know exactly what this is for, but okay. Then, this is all the books and manuals. And right here is where the SIM ejector tool is. And then you got your USB-C to USB micro B, I believe it's called. It's been so long since I've used that connector, so excuse if I don't know my USB cords that well. And of course we got the USB Type-C just to a regular USB, which I've used so many times. And you don't know how nice this is. So thank you, Samsung, for including this. And then under here is where your headset would be, but I've already taken it out. But this is all of the different tips for the headset. It is a headset tuned by AKG, one of the first phones from Samsung to just be included in the box. So that is cool. That is pretty much everything in the box. I mean, there's probably more in here, but I'm sure I've taken it out by now. But the question is, why am I re-unboxing my S8? Why would I do that? Well, let me show you. Samsung Galaxy Note 10. Let's toss this to the side for now, because we have a Samsung Galaxy Note 10 to worry about. Samsung Galaxy Note 10 256GB Aura Glow Edition. So the box is way bigger than this phone is, like way bigger. But anyways, let's do it. So I did already unbox it, okay? But I wanted to just get into it. I didn't want to have to make a video on it, so I'm sorry, but we're doing a re-unboxing, alright? So this is the phone right here, the Aura Glow Samsung Galaxy Note 10. You can pull it up from here, and look at that. Look at the shine. It's really crazy. I really do love this always on display. But anyways, let's put that to the side. And under here, we have this cool thing here. And under here, I've taken out most of it. We got a new USB-C to regular USB connector. It's more of like a, doesn't feel like, it's not as shiny, it's more of like a matte plastic. So that's pretty cool, I guess. And we got our new and improved AKG earbuds, which do sound better. And because there's no headphone jack, sadly, not that it matters though, everyone's gonna be removing it, so might as well start living in the future, am I right? Anyways, yes, it comes like it plugs directly into the USB-C port. So there's no need for an adapter or anything unless you're getting other wired headphones, but I don't think so. I think I might get the Galaxy Buds. We'll see though. First, I do have to try to find a good case for this, so if you have any good suggestions, definitely let me know in the comments below. Anyways though, let's put this little cover back on, because I'm not going to be going under here anymore. I don't think so, maybe for the headphones or something, but that is most likely all I'm going to be under there for. And there we go. Back on there nicely. Anyways, what comes in here is the same type of booklet we've seen with the other one. And see, we have another SIM ejector tool that we haven't taken out yet. This one says Samsung on it though. The other one did not say Samsung, so this one's already way more fancy than than the other one. I'm gonna take you off the tripod and then we can compare these like easily now. This is the brand new Note 10. This is my old S8. So as you do notice, I do have a cool always on display. It's a GIF of a car accelerating. I found that really cool that you can do that. Apparently you can do that with the S8 too, but I never knew about that, so yeah. As you can see, we do have an in-screen fingerprint scanner now. So you just put your finger on the screen, and it unlocks. It works very well too. Like, I don't even need to, like, I barely can put it on there and it'll unlock. So here you go. Look at that. Barely even put my finger on there and it just unlocked. And yes, it is secure, so you can't use another thumb. As you can see, it'll say no match, just like any other fingerprint scanner would. Anyways though, yes, so let's compare the size between the S8 and the brand new Note 10. My S8 was surprisingly tall. It's like almost the size of the, it's almost the height of the Note 10 actually, so that's pretty surprising. Anyways though, this is like the full height and width of the S8 versus the Note 10 Plus. This is the Note 10 Plus, by the way. There is a Note 10 5G, which there is no difference between the Note 10 Plus 5G and the Note 10 Plus, besides the 5G, of course. So if you're gonna get the LTE version, there's no difference. It's just the 5G. Let's compare the back sides of these two phones. So as you can see, this one I have the Midnight Black. This one I got the Aura Glow, which is pretty much the color everyone is talking about right now. And I've never tried this before, but if you shine a light onto it, let's see what happens. Got a nice heavy duty light shining on it, and look at that. Looks so cool. This one is just a black color, but this one here, wow. So many different colors all in one. If you do it like that, it's like, wow. It's like, and without light, it's just the normal silver color. But then as soon as you shine light onto it, it gets all this like cool sparkly effects. It's just so cool. I'm trying to find a case that is clear so you can see through it. I haven't found any good ones though. I think I found one good one that's clear. It's by Caseology, which is the same case I had for this one, but it's like a clear case, so that's pretty cool. And the cool thing about this one too is the always on display gets brighter depending on what type of light you have in it. This one, it either turns off or on. It really doesn't adjust the, like I'm shining a direct light into it and it's barely visible, but this one will adjust the light so I can see it, especially all the notifications and stuff. So that's really cool. Also, something that's changed is the button layout on the side here. There is absolutely no buttons on the right side. But this one, as you can see, there is a power button on the right side. That's where you power the phone on. So where is the power button? You have to unlock it every time? No. It's where the Bixby button was on the S8. So you push that, and it turns on. And it got this cool alive wallpaper here. Looks very cool, and you don't even notice the hole punch there. You guys can't even see that. But you can only see it under certain light, like right now. But if it's dark out, look at that. Can't even see it's there. So that is pretty cool. I do have the original wrapping on, so whenever I peel this off, it's gonna look like brand new under there. So if you do see some fingerprints, just know underneath these fingerprints is a completely brand new phone. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna have suspense for you guys. Let's unlock these two phones, and let's really get to know them a little better. This phone here, the Galaxy S8, released in 2017, has a Snapdragon 835 if you are in the US. I do not know what version of Exynos you get. I don't keep up with the Exynos versions, but if you do live internationally, you do get an Exynos chip in this. I have the S8 Non Plus, so you can only get 4 GB of RAM, but if you get the S10 Plus, you have an option of 6 GB of RAM, which that's a little bit better. But anyways, Snapdragon 835, 4 GB of RAM. It makes for a pretty snappy phone, honestly. Again, everything opens pretty quickly. I have this cool, carousel version of the task changer. It's an app called Good Lock. As you can see right here, there is Good Lock. It's a really cool app. You can change your entire, you can change what your lock, what your lock screen looks like, your task changer. The camera. Yes, the camera. The camera is okay, alright? It's not the best camera you will ever see on a phone, ever. Sometimes do have lag issues. As you may see in some of my videos, sometimes it lags like crazy. But like there's a frame drop. I'll do a nice little camera comparison in a second here, but for now, yeah, the camera is pretty okay. We have one camera here, which, by the way, the camera on here is just one camera, and it's a 12 megapixel rear facing, and it's a 12 megapixel f1.7 lens, which is pretty much the same as the S7, but it's not the same image sensor, by the way, so just keep that in mind. So yeah, it's definitely a pretty good camera, but definitely not the best. Anyways though, I think that's all really with the S8. The front camera also, by the way, really isn't that great. I mean, I'll do a test in a little bit comparing these, but yeah, not the greatest front-facing camera. Anyways, on to the star of the show, the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus. This phone, brand new 2019 phone. It's Samsung's flagship phone right now. Best of the best, besides the Note 10 5G, of course, but again, it's the same phone. The full specs of this are a Snapdragon 855 processor. Again, if you're international, it comes with the Exynos chip, but I don't know exactly what Exynos it comes with. The star of everything, 12 gigabytes of RAM. Also, a very big upgrade is the storage space. The base storage for this phone is 256 gigabytes. That's also true for the S10 5G. The regular S10s come with 128 gigabytes as their base storage. So yeah, definitely not the best. Anyways though, besides that, the software the Note 10 Plus is running is Samsung UI 1.5 and Android 9 Pie, which will soon be upgraded to Android 10. And this new Samsung One UI version 2.0, which is I'm very hyped for. Sadly, the S8 will not be getting this, so if you are an S8 user, or even a Note 8 user for that fact, you will not be getting the new Android 10. But as you all know, Samsung software is always very, very feature-rich, so I really didn't have any complaints with this. There's everything I could have wanted in this software, even though it's still even older than this, even though it's pretty much the same software. Anyways though, I think I'm going to do a test of the cameras, so let's do it. Alright, we are now recording on the Galaxy S10 and S8's front-facing camera. As you can see, there is definitely a slight difference. The frame rate looks a little bit better on the S10s. Maybe that's just me. But anyways, this right here is the one I'm staring at is the Samsung Galaxy S8's front-facing camera, and the one on the right is the Galaxy Note 10's front-facing camera. Sadly, I cannot take any pictures outside right now because it's pitch black outside. But I did take some photos with both, especially the S8. I've taken a lot of photos with, so I'll definitely show you guys those on screen after this video test. But as you can see, they both look pretty good when having a lot of light. How about a dark light situation? The light isn't that bright out, and I do see a lot of like artifacts on the S8s right now. But the Note 10 looks pretty clean actually. I don't see much artifacts or anything right now. But how about we go to an even darker situation? So we're now in the bathroom, and they're both pretty dark right now. I could barely see myself on the S8. On the Note 10, I could still barely see myself. But how about if we turn up the brightness a little bit? Turn up the brightness to max on the S8, and I could still barely see myself. I turn up the brightness to max on the Galaxy Note 10 Plus, and again, I could still barely see myself. But there's a lot less noise on the video. I can see that right now. So I guess if noise is if noisy videos are a concern to you, then definitely skip out on the S8 and just go straight for the Note 10. Anyways, though, I think that's pretty much all for the difference between these two. Again, I'll do a mic test. Like I'll be switching between the two. So every time I look at one, the mic will go to the other phone. So yeah, there's the front-facing camera on both of these. Let's move to the rear-facing. Alright, we are now recording on both the Note 10 Plus and the Samsung Galaxy S8. So there is a difference here. So there is even a difference on the front-facing camera too. The S8, I believe, can only do 1080p on the front-facing camera at 30 FPS, but the Note 10 can do 1440p on the front-facing camera. I don't know, I think it can go 4K too, I don't know for sure. But yeah, there's definitely a difference there. Anyway, on the rear-facing camera, we can do 720p, 1080p 60, and we can do 4K, or we can do 1440p, I believe, on the on the S8. And on the Note 10 Plus, we can do 720p, 1080p 60, and we can do 4K 60 FPS video recording, which is, wow, that is crazy. I mean, like, that's if you didn't know, that is better than my main camera. My main camera can only do 1080p 60. Again, though, we are going into a low light situation. The 60 FPS does look a little bit better. There's a lot less chop on the Note 10 Plus, but the S8 definitely has a little bit more chop to it. Low light situation again, both pretty dark. How about we turn up the brightness on both here? Brightness is all the way up on both, and again, they still don't look as good. So low light definitely isn't the best, but for low light photography, there is a dedicated night mode on the Note 10 Plus. So if you want to take pictures in the dark, it's better on the Note 10 Plus.
back. Going downtown, see a man, and I ain't got time. Shake your hand. Hit that jive jack. Put it in pocket, fly it back. Time and time waits for no man, and I ain't got time. Shake your hand. Hit that jive jack. Put it in pocket, fly it back. Going downtown, see a man, and I ain't got time. Shake your hand. Hit that jive jack. Put it in pocket, fly it back. Time and time waits for no man, and I ain't got time. Shake your hand. Hit that jive jack. Put it in pocket, fly it back. Going downtown, see a man, and I ain't got time. Shake your hand. Hit that jive jack. Put it in pocket, fly it back. Time and time waits for no man, and I ain't got time. Shake your hand. Hit that jive jack. Put it in pocket, fly it back. Going downtown, see a man, and I ain't got time. Shake your hand. Hit that jive jack. Put it in pocket, fly it back. Time and time waits for no man, and I ain't got time. Shake your hand.
Alright, this is a test of the Galaxy S8 rear camera. I'm right in the middle using 1080p 60 FPS. The highest resolution you can do is 4K and the lowest you can do is 720p. And both of those are 30 FPS. The only one you can do with 60 is 1080p 60, so keep that in mind. This is the rear camera too. Let's do a stabilization test. Alright, not the best, not the worst for sure. Let's go again. I'm holding it as steady as it'll go. So the steady mode is on. Yeah, not a bad rear camera. It's actually pretty good. Max zoom, 8x. Can zoom right in there. Now there's no ultra wide or telephoto camera, so you can't do any optical zoom on it either. But you can do 8x digital zoom. Anyways, let's move on to the front facing. Alright, this is the video test on the Galaxy S8. I'm recording at 1080p right now. The max resolution for the front facing camera is 1440p and the lowest is 720p. And they're all 30 frames per second, so you can't do any like 60 frames per second on the front facing camera. Anyways, let's do a stabilization test here. I'm running right now. Alright, actually not that bad. Let's do another one. Alright, that actually got pretty steady. I'm impressed with this. Get some nice scenery in here. Not just face and skin tones, but actual like scenery. Hey Maddie. Yes, you're a good girl. Anyways though, this is the front facing camera. Sucks there is no 60 FPS mode, but it does handle the light to dark situations pretty well. You can raise the brightness all the way up, And then you can lower it all the way down, and if you just tap it, it'll reset the brightness mode. And I'm right behind the sun right now, so this is a test like with the sun right behind you, how it handles the sky, and you get pretty dark with that. All in all, not a bad front-facing camera. Let's move on to the Note 10 Plus. Alright, this is the Note 10 Plus rear camera. I'm doing 1080p at 60 FPS. The max resolution is 4K at 60 FPS. And the lowest is 720p at 30 FPS. So this can do 4K 60 FPS now, which is just insane. That really is insane. That shocked me. Alright, anyways, let's do a running test like stabilization. This is a little bit more stable than the S8. Let's do it again. Alright. It looks pretty good. Everything looks good. Let's do like a darker area. And let's try like pointing it directly at the sun. See how it does with that. Not focusing or anything. Letting the camera do everything by itself. Autofocus is on. And it does really well. Alright, that is a rear-facing camera. Let's go on to the front-facing one. Alright, this is the Galaxy Note 10 front-facing camera, as you can see. I'm recording at 1080p, because that's the highest my resolution goes on my YouTube channel. But the highest resolution is 4K, which is just crazy. And the lowest is 720p. Alright, let's do a stabilization test. Not bad, wow. Let's go again. Alright, look at that. That is very good. Let's do like a scenery test, see how the colors are and stuff for the front-facing camera. I can't see them right now, but I'm assuming they're somewhat decent. Alright, let's go over here to like the sun area, see what handles the light sun behind me. Alright, let's see how it does. Again, it's pretty bright, so it does the same thing the S8 does pretty much, and it really kind of works. But let me try tapping on the sun once. See if, or lowering the brightness a little bit. Okay, yeah, so if you lower the brightness, less of that crazy sunlight is behind you. You can actually see the sun, but then your face gets darker, so I mean, it's up to you, whatever you want the most. Other than that, though, if it's just regular, it looks really good. Like, the colors are spot on. It's crazy. Alright, anyways, that is the Note 10 front-facing camera. Let's move on to the next camera. Alright, this is the test of the only camera, but I'm just gonna not show myself. This is the G7X Mark II. The highest photo resolution is 1080p 60 FPS, and the lowest is 480p 30 FPS. aka VGA quality. Everything looks so good on this camera, like, I absolutely love it. Use it for everything. Highly recommend it. Let's do a stabilization test. I mean, look at that. Running at the same speed, and it just looks like nothing. Looks like I'm not even running. Do it again. Look at that. Alright, let's do like a dark to light thing again. See how well this thing fares while doing that. This is like that, then pan up to there. I'm not touching it at all. This is just how it is. Handles it really well. Look at that. Great camera. Highly recommend it. Let's move on to, well, the front-facing camera. Alright, this is the test of the front-facing camera on the G7X Mark II. Skin colors are pretty accurately represented. I'll say that right now. Skin colors are really accurately represented. Really like it. Let's do a stabilization test. I show more movement than the camera does. Oh my god. Let's do it again. Wow. Just absolutely crazy. Let's do like a test of just the front-facing camera. The front-facing camera. Just like this. Hey, Natty. Good girl. It's really good. Really enjoy using this thing. Let's do like a background light test. Same thing we've done for all the other cameras. And again, pretty bright. Let's try focusing on the something to make it light. Yeah, if we turn the brightness down again, it'll reduce the sun flares and stuff. You can see the sky, but then again, you can't see yourself. So, I mean, that's up to you, what you want. Anyways, though, that is the test of the G7X Mark II, and that is the end of this camera test. Alright, I think that was a pretty good example of the cameras. So yeah, the camera, very big step up. The camera in here is just a marginal increase from even the S7. So, yeah, not the greatest. Anyways, let's move back to where we were originally, and how about we do a quick speed test? Alright, so we have them both here. We're going to start by shutting them both down. So this is the Galaxy S8 shutdown process. You just hold the power button, and then it'll shut off. And eventually, the little blue LED up there will go away. It'll vibrate and then shut off. You can set up a long press to go back to that. I haven't set that up yet, so it goes to Bixby. But now, for now, you just scroll down, click this little power button, and then click that. And the power off process is very quick. It already vibrated and it's already off. So, pretty crazy. Anyways, though, I think we are about ready to do a startup test. So, we're going to do one in 3, 2, 1. Alright, I've let the phones have time to settle down. I've seen some people just jump right into the speed test, like, right after turning it on. I'm like, why? Like, the phone hasn't even gotten a chance to set everything up yet, and it's gonna be even more slower, like, than what it normally is. So, I've let them sit for, I don't know how long, probably like a minute or two. And, I think we're now ready to start up the speed test. So, we're not gonna be doing any of those silly benchmark things that most people do, because let's be real here, you already know the Note 10 Plus is gonna get like 50 times better score than this thing. But I mean, if you should expect that. This is a 2-year-old phone. This is a brand new phone with top of the line specs. So it's kind of obvious the thing's gonna get a better score, but that doesn't mean that it can't even keep up with this phone. That doesn't mean that at all. So we're going to find out right now if this can keep up. So, we're going to start off with Twitter. 3, 2, 1. Alright, looks like it was about the same. Alright, let's go to the mail. 3, 2, 1. Faster on this one. YouTube. 3, 2, 1. Faster here. Chrome. 3, 2, 1. This one seemed to load up the T-Mobile website faster, but I didn't really get to see for sure there. Alright, we're gonna load up Samsung.com on them in 3, 2, 1. This one loaded up, ready to scroll. This one's just now ready to scroll. And this one's scrolling is definitely a little laggy. I see it kind of, oh, I can't even scroll now. Oh, there we go. It's lagging a lot. This one, very smooth. As you can see, scrolling definitely way smoother on the Note 10. You can see it lagging a lot on the S8. We're going to load up Apple.com, just because it's such a heavy website. 3, 2, 1. Alright. Looks like they both did it very well. Scrolling. Okay, we're getting a lot of lag spikes there. How about this one? No issues here. This one we're getting a little bit of issues with lag. Yeah, so it definitely lags a lot on the S8. But we're getting no lag at all on the Note 10 Plus. So that's interesting. Definitely interesting sight to see. Camera, 3, 2, 1. That one that loaded up faster. You can't really see this one, but I seen exactly when it loaded up because I seen it get lighter, and this one definitely was faster. Play Store, 3, 2, 1. Already loaded up, ready to go on here. This one definitely took a little bit longer. Again, it is lagging a little bit, but it gets good after like a few seconds of loading in. Alright, how about the phone dialer? 3, 2, 1. I was like near instant on here. The Galaxy Store, 3, 2, 1. Way faster on this one. That is for sure. That was like near instant. Like as soon as I clicked it, it was open on that one. Anyways, how about Amazon Shopping? 3, 2, 1. Looks like they're both ready to go, so that's cool. They're both doing pretty well. Okay, I'm gonna give it to the S8. It's doing very, very well, but can it keep up on speed test? 3, 2, 1, go. Let's do a speed test and let's see which one has we're connected to the same network, same 5G network at the same distance from the router. Alright, now we are just going to do it on the Galaxy S8 and see what its speed is. Alright, now that is more of what I would expect from the S8. So we got 300 megabits a second download and 133 megabits a second upload speed. That's pretty much our total speed that we have is 500, so not quite there on that one. But how about the Note 10 Plus? And this one got not much better for the download speed with 302 megabits a second download, but the upload speed has been improved by a lot. 223 megabits a second upload on this compared to 133 megabits a second on the S8. So they're both pretty much the same, but the upload speed definitely seems a little bit, actually a lot faster on this one. Now I know Maps is pretty intensive, so how about we load that in 3, 2, 1. Alright. So, loaded a lot quicker on the S10, or on the Note 10 Plus 5G. Sorry if I said S10 ever. I just realized that now. I might have actually said S10 instead of Note 10, but yes, this is the Note 10 Plus. We're going to load up Asphalt 8 on both of these in 3, 2, 1. Way faster launch time on the Note 10 Plus. And it's already there on the Note 10 Plus. We can start playing. And we just now got here on the S8. So, yeah, a lot quicker on the Note 10 Plus. And I think that's pretty much everything. That's really everything I wanted to get through, I guess. That's all of my most used apps. So how about we go through RAM management now? Alright. Twitter. It was already there here. We got a refresh on the S8. Email, 3, 2, 1, go. Looks like they're both here. They both needed to sync, which is expected. YouTube, 3, 2, 1. It was here. I can scroll through here, but this one needed to reload that. Alright, Chrome, 3, 2, 1. Oh, that was a refresh on there. I seen it. It was there in the picture, but then it needed to reload it. Camera, 3, 2, 1. Definitely faster on here. I mean, that might have been here on the S8 too, because it needed to pop open the camera again, so I'm just gonna say both of them got that, alright? Alright, the Play Store, 3, 2, 1. This took me right over there, but this one needed to reload the Play Store. Phone dialer, 3, 2, 1. Was there on both, so that's cool. The Galaxy Store, 3, 2, 1. That was there on here, but this one definitely needed to reload. You can easily tell that was a reload. Amazon Shopping. Now, I know something with Amazon Shopping, it always reloads, so if it does reload, I'm not going to call this a reload. Oh, no. This one didn't need to reload, so this one has no reload, but this one needed to reload Amazon. Speed test, 3, 2, 1. It's already there on here, you can see my speeds, everything is good, but this one needs to reload. Asphalt 8 Airborne, 3, 2, 1. It's already here on the Note 10 Plus. You can get all your stuff going, you can get right into a match. And in all that time, this one was still needing to load up the game. And I do believe that is all the apps. I mean, even if it's not, you already know who's gonna win. I mean, this thing really just, every single app needed to be loaded pretty much. I don't know. Yeah, 4 gigabytes of RAM really does not cut it in 2019. Anyways, though, I think that is my completed test between the S8 and the Note 10 Plus. Note 10 Plus is a clear winner, but that doesn't necessarily mean the S8 is a bad phone. It is a very good phone, and it looks really nice too. I mean, who doesn't like this design? Anyways, though, that is the end of today's vlog. If you enjoyed it, definitely do crush the like button on this video. That means a lot to me. Also, hit the giant subscribe button. Second biggest subscribe button on all of YouTube. It might do me a favor, but also you a favor, because you will get more uploads uploaded to the channel. Other than that, though, I'll be seeing you guys all in the next video, or live stream, whatever happens.
Here comes the music. Boom, boom, boom.